Hey, it's John King, and it is Motivational Monday. And today I want to give you a little motivation to the tune of being adventurous. So I love this saying, attitude is the difference between an ordeal and an adventure. Now, the reality of what I want to talk to you about today is actually depicted in where these people are looking. So as you see right now, they're looking at the peaks. They're looking out at opportunities that lie in front of them that may seem a little bit beyond what they can actually see. It may seem a little bit beyond where they can picture themselves getting, and they don't know how they're going to get there. And this reminds me of a book I just read by Spencer Johnson. That book is called Peaks and Valleys. And it's an absolutely amazing, very, very short read. And it's a parable very similar to the book that he wrote called Who Moved My Cheese? So the book Peaks and Valleys talks about life. And it talks about the fact that in life, we're going to start out and we're going to hit some valleys. And we're going to be down in some low parts of our life, and we're going to feel like we're going to be stuck there forever. And we end up sometimes getting stuck in the mud of our valleys, and we don't know how to get out. And as a matter of fact, when you're inside of a valley, you're stuck inside these trees. You can't see that just out beyond those trees is a clearing. And then when you get past that clearing, there's the peak that you've been stretching for, that you've been yearning for. But you get so stuck in this valley that you lose sight of the fact that there's a peak just beyond where you were at. So this book teaches you, through a parable, some techniques to stay on peaks longer and get out of valleys faster. And there's some really key takeaways that he has in the book, one of them being that your ability to stay on a peak has to do with how prepared you are when you're in the valley. And the example that he uses is when you go up onto a peak, it's often colder up there. And so if you don't go dressed appropriately, if you don't bring the appropriate supplies, you might be able to go up on that peak and you're going to get pretty cold, pretty hungry, pretty quick. You're going to turn around and you're going to have to climb back down into the valley because you weren't prepared to stay on the peak. Instead, make sure you got your backpack full of the right things that you need to keep you on the peak longer. And really, I encourage you, read the book, Peaks and Valleys by Spencer Johnson. Fantastic short parable. I think it's a wonderful story to change your perspective and your attitude on how you look at life and how you look at the bad times and how you look at the good times and how to make your good times last longer and your bad times be shorter. So thank you again for listening. Have an amazing day. Have a great week and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.